Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Let's Watch / Talk video where we check out the news trailer for Movie Gamer Show. Today we got Meg to the Trench, so let's check it out. I know I'm late, the movie's gonna come on next week, but let's check this out. We'll talk about it after. Let's go. Oh, okay. Alright, geez, okay. For 65 million views. One species ruled the world. Oh, it's T-Rex. He's actually Jurassic Park, guys. Damn, this is like way back past it. Ooh. There it is. There's Meg. Oh my god.
Jonas, we need your help. We're detecting increased aquatic activity 25,000 feet deep in the trench. It's an ancient ecosystem untouched by man. Whatever is down there is trying to make its way to the surface.
Oh, what the heck?
This is a bad idea.
Just a little bit.
Damn, these guys went in with exosuits. Uh-oh. Oh, snap.
Jonas, we've got company.
That's the biggest Meg I've ever seen.
Biggest Meg anyone's ever seen.
That's the apex predator.
Everybody make it to the station! You can make it! Keep going!
Damn.
3 massive Megs and who knows what else have escaped the breach.
What
I just hope it goes better than last time.
Run, Jason Statham, run! Oh my god.
What happened last time? You don't want to know.
Oh yeah, you don't want to know.
Go! We've never seen this before. They hunted in packs.
Oh my gosh, lady. Pedal, lady, pedal. Oh my god.
You can
Wow.
relax. This place,
Can't believe they did that.
Meg-proof. I mean, Jonas was always afraid of this, but I was also thinking,
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, is it doggy? Is that the same dog from the first one? No way. I don't think it is. Oh wow, look at him. Look at him go, guys. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. It looks crazy. It looks bigger than the first one. Damn. So there we go, guys. That is the trailer for Meg to the Trench, alright? And the boy's back. Mr. Jason Statham back again. But he's not the only one back, okay? There's going to be a lot of other actors coming back. Or sorry, characters from the first movie. Even the little girl. She's not so little now. She got a little bit bigger. Obviously, because it's been multiple years since the first Meg, which is... yeah, kind of surprising, but hey, it's pretty cool that they're making a sequel to this. And if you guys did not know, there are 5 books to this, the whole series of the Meg, or just Meg. And so if you guys think this is the last one, I don't think so. And I think this one will do, hopefully does pretty well like the first one. And we'll get a sequel, another one, third one. And I'm sure Mr. Jason Statham and the other characters and actors are more than down to come back for a third film. If they, because they didn't leave like a cliffhanger in the first one, but there's always like a new Meg popping up. So in this case, they go really down below, and they have their exosuits, right? And then they deal with one of the a more bigger Meg, right? And yeah, so I think it looks cool. I think it looks like a fun time always. I mean, go ahead and talk about the first one and this one, and I say it's a fun time, but at the same time, the first one had a couple things, and I watched the first one recently, not that long ago, guys, to get ready and prepare myself for checking out this trailer, and I gotta say, a lot of the similar things will be happening most likely like the first one. I mean, come on, it's the same movie, it's just a sequel, right? But I will say one thing: the set pieces and the things that will be happening in this one definitely look like are going to be more bigger and crazier than the first film for sure. The first film seemed more grounded and Not a whole lot of crazy set pieces or just locations and stuff like that was going on. I mean, maybe towards the end it was getting like more crazier and crazier, but then it just ended. Here it seems like there's gonna be a lot of different locations and parts of the film where it's gonna be like, whoa, oh gosh, or like it's gonna be exciting or just suspenseful, or just crazy in general, just crazy because it's Meg. It's a Meg, guys. That's who they're fighting. It's a Megalodon, and like I said, a lot of like the scenes, right? So like I said, AKA the scenes is also what I mean, and especially like the couple pedaling to the side, right, and then the Meg grabbing them, or the part with the girl. She says she's like with her phone, and then the Meg just grabs her. I wish it didn't show those scenes in specifically, but hey, it's cool. It's cool, and that's what I mean by it's gonna be fun time. But the difference with the first one, I will say, or just in general about these movies, or at least the first movie, right? I can't speak about the second movie, but what I like about it is it has a bit of everything. It's not just your normal, typical, like the classic shark movies where it's like very suspenseful and there's nothing funny, right? I mean, maybe tiny tidbits of like, I guess, character jokes, right? But no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the wild wackiness of certain scenes and crazy action, not action scenes, but crazy shark scenes, and or just scenes in general, like I said, like I mentioned already, like the part with the lady in the phone, or the part with the couple pedaling, like, things like that, like those wacky, funny scenes. I gotta say, like, what the heck? Oh my god! Like, it makes you just go like, what the? No way that just happened. Or in this case, like in the first movie with the doggy, poor little doggy, but it seemed like similar. Is that doggy in this one, in the trailer for this one, seems similar to the one in the first one? If you guys have seen the first one, you guys know what I'm talking about. But I will say it has a bit of everything. There's like some serious moments, suspenseful moments for sure. In the first one, I loved. I enjoyed. It makes you just go like, "Whoa, what's gonna happen?" Or who's gonna, like, is this person gonna go down, or is this one gonna go down? Especially like in Jason Statham's team and the team that were investigating the Meg in the first one. They like when they all drop in the water, you know. So it makes you wonder like, oh, who's gonna go down? Is he gonna go down? Is she gonna perish? You know, you don't know. You have no idea. But obviously the star of the whole series or of these movies is Jason Statham, and he's great. And I think he did a good job in the first one, and he's going to do a great job in this one as well. But like I said, the team is back. You know, a bunch of characters from the first one are coming back. His team are coming back again, which is cool. And then there's some new characters as well. And that being said, guys, the Megalodon isn't the only thing here. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's really quick in this trailer, but there has been small advertisements for the movie that showcase there's going to be not just a Megalodon, but there is going to be a big squid fighting, or is it going to be an octopus fighting them as well? So we might see two big monsters go at it, the Megalodon and the big octopus maybe, or just the octopus taking down people and then the Megalodon maybe taking that thing out, or that thing fighting the Megalodon. I don't know how it's going to go, but there is going to be like one big squid, guys, so stay tuned for that. That thing's going to be crazy. And so we might see like a Meg versus octopus, maybe. I don't know. It looks that's pretty crazy in of itself. But the movie, like I said, this is like a step up. I feel like this one's going to be a step up from the first one for sure, and I hope it does really good.
You can relax. This place, Meg-proof. I mean, Jonas was always afraid of this, but I was also thinking,
But here's what I mean, guys. This part right here, I mean, there's gonna be many big spectacular parts, but this is one of those parts of this film that I think really steps up from the first one. And even though the first one had many certain moments and big moments too, but this one just bumps up those moments, or those makes it more spectacular versus the first one. And come on, Jason Statham on a little boat using the spear jumping. He has many spears, right? And he's trying to hit the Meg, and the Meg's probably going to jump forward on him. And he's probably going to, I don't know, dodge it or do something like that. So do something cool like he did in the first one, right? Because I like the way he takes down the Meg in the first one. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to say how, but he does take it out, and it's great. But in this one, who knows who takes it down? Maybe he does it again. I don't know. But also, guys, I wanted to say before I talk about one other thing is the fact that I did say 5 books, but apparently there's 8 books, which is insane. There could be 8 films. I don't know if there's gonna be 8 films, but there could be 8 films is what I'm trying to say, which is insane, which is awesome. So I'm hoping this one does really well. Although, guys, I do want to add a couple more things, and that's one is the fact that it's great that this movie exists. I gotta say, props to whoever pushed for this film and wanted to do this film, because I think it's kind of like a unique genre, I guess you could say, when it comes to, like, you know, suspenseful, big shark or big animal monster, I guess, monster-ish type of movie. And we've seen Rampage, we've seen, you know, Kong, we've seen Godzilla, right? But currently at this point in time, there's no big monster, you know, type of movie. And right now, Meg, I mean, I know the first one came out a little bit ago, and now we have this movie, right? But I feel like this is a great time. This is a great summer film to just jump in and you go into the theater, watch it, and enjoy the craziness, the suspense, and just the overall fun nature of the type of movie that it is. When it comes to like a big shark, we have a big star, Jason Statham, with the rest of the cast taking down the Meg. I mean, that's it. That's all it is. And you have a big squid. Also, the squid does show up in that little scene I did show before jumping into this scene, talking about this scene. The squid does attack citizens and other people in that area, right? So that's pretty crazy too. I told you there was going to be an octopus, so that happens. And like I said, it's special because there's no other movie like this right now. There's no copycat currently right now. It's its own thing. It's kind of like maybe going back 10 years ago, back when, remember Sharknado? Do you guys remember Sharknado? That went like, whew, that went through the roof. I know there's so many sequels to it, but if you go back then, and just the style and the type of movie, you know, it's Sharknado. Like, what the heck? I know there's different type of wacky, big monster type of movie, especially like on the lower money side, or lower tier side, right? Versus like a big theater movie. But like those movies, they were kicking ass during that time, right? And then we also have like Godzilla, we have Kong, right? The kicking butt, and those in their own aspects in their own time, right? And right now, what's kicking butt, and I think will kick butt this summer, is Meg 2. So props to them for coming up with Meg, or just releasing Meg, and I think in a great time right now. Even though, so the final thing I want to talk about here, guys, is, and something I wanted to mention, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I seen Jason Statham be in so many movies the last couple of years. He's done so many movies, and it doesn't matter what type of movie he's in. It's Jason Statham. I mean, we've seen this man for such a long time, for almost pretty much 20 years, and I mean, he comes out with 3 big movies this year. He came out with he was in Fast X, he's in Meg 2, and he's coming out in the new Expendables 4 movie that comes out later this year as well, which I also covered on the channel. But my point is, what I'm trying to get at is Jason Statham the Morgan Freeman of our generation? Because we've seen Morgan Freeman, or heck, even Michael Caine, right? Michael Caine's been in so many movies, but you see him and you're like, that's Michael Caine. You know that's Michael Caine. He looks pretty much the same in so many movies. Same thing with Morgan Freeman. We've seen Morgan Freeman at a certain point in our lives, depending how old you are. If you're like 15 and below, maybe not so much. But I'm talking about like people my age, 20 plus and above. We've seen Morgan Freeman for such a long time, and we've seen him as a kid growing up, and we're like, oh, that's Morgan Freeman. Okay, we've seen him through so many movies, right, throughout the years, and he's looked the same. And maybe now he's a little bit older. We can see he's much older now. But I'm talking about Jason Statham in particular. We've seen him for so many movies for such a long time as well, similar to many other actors that are similar to Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, etc. So many other actors. But in this case, is Jason Statham that to us also? Because he looks, you go watch Crank, you go watch, like, you think of The Transporter, you think of Expendables when he first showed up in or at least in the first one, right? You think of Crank, you know, I think I already said Crank, but you know, you think of all these other movies that he's been in so many movies. I already said Expendables already, but he's been in the Fast and Furious movies. He was in Safe. He was in Snatch, Spy. So many different movies that he's been in. Especially one of my more favorite movies that he's been in, I think, was War. I don't know if you guys have seen War, but I would highly recommend that movie as well. So he's done so much, and I gotta give props to the guy for just being who he is, being a great actor, and being in so many type of movies, whether if it's not so great movie or being a super good movie. He's been in so much that you can just, like I said, when you see him, you're like, oh, Jason Statham. Oh, it's Jason Statham. You never see him in any other way. When you see him, once you see him, that's Jason Statham. That is Jason Statham right there. That's the one. And speaking of the one, he was in the one. I think that's the only time he looked a little bit different, I think. But pretty much, so with that last note, ladies and gentlemen, do you guys agree that what I said about Jason Statham being our Morgan Freeman, our Michael Caine of this modern generation? Because when it comes to look, not just the facial features, but also when it comes to like the body and everything else, he's looked the same. He's pretty much stayed the same and looked the same and stayed the same through so many years, throughout all these years. And Jason Statham's been like that. We have a bunch of other actors that are like that. Like I said, some examples are Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, so many other. Like I said, there's probably so many other ones that I can't mention right now, or can't even think of. But for right now, first thought that comes to mind for sure has to be Jason Statham. I mean, I guess you could say Adam Sandler, maybe, but I don't think. Maybe. I don't know about him so much. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But that's it, guys, for the Let's Watch / Talk. I just want to talk about and check out Meg 2 The Trench. The movie comes out next week, guys. So if you guys have not checked out or gotten your tickets yet, go get it. I mean, it's going to be a fun summer movie. And if this was in 4D, I think it's 4D, right? It would be sick, because then you get splashed with water all over the place. I mean, I've seen those videos that they have those 4D theaters, I guess. I mean, I don't know if they're overly fake, maybe I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, it looks crazy. Just imagine seeing this movie and that. Oh boy, it's gonna be wild. I'm sure they are gonna do it though, and I think it's gonna be a crazy fun time. But yeah, that's it, guys. Take care, guys. Stay amazing. Hope you guys did enjoy. Press the like button, guys. I like it, so I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. I'll see y'all with the next video.